Hi, Luxies. Welcome back to the Luxury Live Show. Right beside me, my co-host, Kat L. You guys know her. If you're new to this show and you've never watched this is a weekly live stream that both Kat and I host every single Friday, in Canada, and Saturday in Asia. And today we have a very special guest for you. Her name is Civ. You guys might know her. You guys might remember her. She is an OG influencer YouTuber. So let me add her on and then let's chat together. Hi, Civ.
Hi.
Hi, thanks for having me on.
Thank you so much for taking the time to come on because we know you're super busy and it's live streaming is very time consuming. 2
That's a lot of
hours.
work for you
Thank
guys.
you so much. By the way, Civ, we haven't seen you back on YouTube in a while. Is it your comeback, or are you just gonna be on our show from now on?
I think I'll just stick to coming on your show for a bit.
Yay!
It is a lot of work. So
Awesome. For those of you who don't know Civ, she is an OG YouTuber. When was it? I used to watch you a long time ago.
I think before I started on my YouTube, I used to watch you, Civ. Like I was like, oh, videos and all. Actually, there were a few OG YouTubers that I used to watch, but then now, like, retired.
Yeah, some of them are retired. Yeah.
You know what? Time really flies because I spoke with someone on Instagram and she said she was watching me on YouTube when she was pregnant with her son, and her son is like 5 years old now. So it's been a long time.
Anyway, so I linked Civ's Instagram in the description. You guys should check her out, although I'm not sure if you're posting any new videos. But today we have an exciting topic, so let me share my screen. We are gonna share our favorite picks from the current Chanel collection. So all of the ladies have shared with me all their picks, and then we're gonna tell you guys why we picked it. And so yeah, more slide eye candy. Let me know if you're seeing this, Civ and Kat.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. All right. As per usual for this show, especially if you're new here and you don't know, after the first portion of the show, which is usually a topic, so today's Chanel 21K collection. After that, on the second portion of the show, we go through your questions, your comments, and if you want us to poll your comments through the screen, make sure that you type a bunch of question marks in front because it really helps us see it. Otherwise, it's just going to be all chatters, right? So make sure you type question marks in front. Okay, let's get started with Civ's picks. Go ahead, go ahead, Civ.
You had to go big with the first of my pick. So this one, okay, first I want to start off with 21K. I haven't gone to the store and I did not pick anything up. I'm almost afraid to go in. But this one, I know if I did see it in the store, I'd probably fall in love with it. And as you can tell from the price, it's pretty steep. So I think with tax, it would be like $14,000 Canadian. So it's a little insane. I'm not sure. Amy, did you see this in the store?
I did not see this. I think I saw the bucket bag though, which is also around 10,000 plus tax.
That's crazy. It's different if it was like medium flap or jumbo for that price, but for a mini flap, it's pricey, but I love it. I really do love it. And I can see myself actually using this bag. So that's why I picked this. But of course, I would never buy it unless, money was no object, pie in the sky. But I could see me using this, and it's just a nice special bag to add to your collection. So
I really like that. This one is, it is a mini flap, but it gives me like squishy disco vibe. So
yes,
you can definitely
very Studio 54. Yeah, it's like very Vegas, and I just love that. And RJ's in the other room, but if you watch this afterwards, wink, wink, hint, hint. But no,
Imagine-
it's too
Oh my god!
pricey. But
But
yeah, it's a
I
great
was
evening.
surprised because the price was so high for the season for certain things. This
Yes.
was one of them, and oh my god, what do you think, Kat? Oh, are you on mute?
Oh yeah, I am. So based on the picture, I actually like the fact that it's not like 24K gold. It's sort of like a vintage gold. So it's gold, but it's not yellow gold. You know what I mean?
Like
So it's
antique.
still a little bit more neutral in a way.
Yeah.
I think
It's not bright. It's
more
a little more
wearable.
antique. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, based on the picture, you don't know when you see it in real life. It could be like
Yeah,
gleaming
that's
gold.
true. Yeah.
But I like it. Yeah.
But I
The
think it's a
12K.
bag that would, if you're walking around with it, it would definitely turn heads. It's a special
Yeah.
piece. Yeah, and
I like it.
it's always good to have one gold bag in your collection for
I agree.
a
Don't you
special
have one
evening.
already?
No.
Gold bag?
This could be the one.
Yes.
I wish it was like half the price. That would be a lot more
Yeah,
reasonable. And
if it was half the price, I would totally go for it. Most
Yeah.
definitely. I had a silver Dior. What was that one called again? It's a Dior bag. The canage,
Diorama?
the micro canage.
right,
in
yeah,
the
yeah.
silver. And I was
remember.
actually thinking about getting the gold. I think the gold works well with a black dress, evening, more formal wear, New Year's Eve, Christmas, holidays.
Yeah, beautiful choice. I'm more curious if the audience is gonna buy this. Let us know if you're gonna I know it's very steep, but it's a very special piece. Let us know if you're actually gonna buy this.
I'm looking at the comments. There's a my H journey is saying it's like Egyptian gold.
Yeah, that's
true.
a good
Yes,
description. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good description. Thank you.
so pretty. Thank you, Ziv. Okay, your next pick is a belt.
Okay.
So pretty with the pink, white.
Yeah, with the pink and the white, I'm really into the pinks. I guess this year I'm more into like the retro 90s vibe, and I've been wearing a lot of like high-waisted jeans. And this, I'm surprised this is in the fall collection, because I can see this belt being more like a spring summer collection type belt, because I would definitely wear this with white jeans, high-waisted white jeans, or even like the faded blue jeans, or even just a casual white dress. But I've been on the hunt for a nice Chanel bag, like belt, but all the other ones I've seen in the past are really blingy. And this is still fairly understated. Again, I don't know about the price, but I haven't pulled the trigger on it. And that's why I didn't go into the boutique, because I think if I saw it, I'd probably fall in love with it. But it's getting really close to something that I would really want. Yeah.
What do you think, Kat?
Well, okay, I'm not a belt person, but I agree the fact that this season there's a lot of pastel colors, and it's supposed to be fall, right? Because I don't know, in my head, fall, winter is always black, maroon,
Yeah, exactly.
brown, But then this season is like pink, silver, bright colors, and it's actually giving me a bit of like it's messing up with my head. I'm like, is it spring and summer collection? Wait, what collection is this?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't mind it. I like pink, and I like this. I like it as an accessory. I'm not sure about the prices, because you know why? When you showed the first bag, which is 12,000, and then I see this price, I'm like, oh, cheap.
You know what I think about this belt is that it's definitely agree with the more spring vibe. I think price wise it's okay. Like it's just some seasons they are more well priced. This season maybe a little higher than normal, but it's like kind of in the okay, I can put up with it type of price range. The only thing is I'm not sure about the charms, whether they're gonna turn when you start wearing them.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Right.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, I prefer things that even if you turn it, that it would still be the right way of wearing.
Double-sided.
So, Yeah, that's the only thing I'm not sure, but
Yeah, that's a
otherwise
good
super
point.
cute. Yeah.
Yeah, if
And
it
they
was
do come up with
double-sided, that would be nice.
a lot of the chain belts in the more recent seasons, so I'm sure eventually you'll find something. But yeah, super pretty.
Yeah, I like it. It's understated. So
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. Have you seen my belt, the one that I bought? But although it was like I had to go, I had to ask for them to source it because like it was
Your elastic one with the.
I bought the elastic one, but after that I bought one that was from a whole year ago, like from several seasons ago, and it's like the Chanel chain, and then on the front is like a tiny little Chanel buckle. I'll show you to later if you don't know which one.
Are
It's a
you talking
thin
about
belt
with the
too, so
bow?
that one would be. I think you would like that one, but it's black and gold though, so it's not as springy.
Yeah, I like Lynn Tran's Comet. You just got to sell the kidney for the bag. Okay, so now we're down to something a little bit more practical. You know, if I think back a couple of years ago, I don't think I would spend this kind of money on a pair of sneakers. I'm not a really runners kind of gal, especially for that price. I only wear runners when I go to the gym and whatnot, but because of COVID, I've been dressing a lot more casually and all that. So this year, I actually picked up 2 pairs of Chanel sneakers. And one of them is very, very similar to the style. Everybody probably knows which one it is. It's like plain black with the quilting, just like that. And I think it's like the classic sneaker. So this season, it's nice. It's got the fall vibe to it. And honestly, even though it's expensive, you'll get really good cost per wear for this. So, you know, like $2,000 something for a belt you'll wear on the, maybe a dozen times a year. Whereas this, yeah, it's expensive for a pair of sneakers, but it's more practical if you wear it often, and they're very comfortable, and I love it.
I love it too. I remember you showed me it was on my birthday.
Yes, that's
when you
right.
took me out. That was the pair that you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Have you been wearing it a lot?
I have. I picked up that pair, and I picked up a plain white pair in a different style, and I love them both. Yeah.
Yeah, I love sneakers. Sneakers are like, at first, like you, Civ, I could not imagine spending above $1,000 on a pair of sneakers.
Yeah.
But once I started, I'm like, oh my gosh, it completes the look, especially if you're casual. It's just that oomph in your step. I love the sneakers. But I'm gonna ask you, are they comfortable? Like,
yes, they're very comfortable. And actually, I've been wearing my black ones with a dress. Like, so you can get away with that too. Kind of like a casual dress, and I haven't been wearing heels as often as before, and it works. You can get away with it. So
actually, even the white pair probably would work too.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wear the white
I haven't
pair.
had the best luck with Chanel shoes, but who knows? Maybe their sneakers would be something to try, because maybe they have the, what do you call it, like the insole, the little bit of support in the
arch support
inside. Yeah.
And actually, you know what, this style, it's very sought after, because I'm not sure about the other boutiques, but for our store, as far as I know, every shoe they bring in, they only bring in one size per style.
Oh my God.
Yeah, seriously. So I'm not sure if it's the same or how they order elsewhere. So both pairs of sneakers I had to bring in from a different store. We didn't have it. So, and I'm not sure if you're aware, these ones on the resale market, it's like, it's what, $13.25 Canadian, but if you go to Fashion File, they charge the same amount US dollars or more.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Fashion File, they do tend to charge more. But I mean, what do they expect people to do if you only have one pair of each size?
Well, at our store,
I think me and you will have similar size feet. We all have the same size feet. So.
And actually, you know what? The black ones are very plain, but every time I wear them out, they're very understated, but people still notice them and they give me
Mm.
comments all the time. So
You know what? They look
Okay,
like my
adding to my wish list
wait,
now.
highly recommend.
They look like these. They kind of look like these. These are my Hermes ones.
Uh-huh.
They're like from the side. It's kind of similar, right? In shape.
Wait, should I let you show it? Let me see.
Right, yeah. Right, they're kind of similar in shape, right? It's
Yeah,
kind of
that's
like
Yeah,
a,
points
classic
here.
style. Are those comfortable?
yeah, they are really comfortable. So maybe I should go to Chanel.
I maybe I should go to Chanel because I love the CC logo, and I'm wearing all Chanel, like, well, not all, but like I'm wearing my Chanel scarf today and stuff. But okay, yeah, let me go back.
Thank you.
I should wear my boots. I have a pair of Chanel boots that I bought on sale last year, and it's the season. Well, not quite yet, but it's almost the season to wear like
Wow,
boots and
Karis
stuff.
is here. I just saw Karis's comment. Hi,
Yes.
Karis.
Karis is here. Oh, hi, Karis. It's so late for you. Oh my goodness. What time
I'm
is
looking
it?
forward to you coming on next week.
Yes,
Yeah,
Karis
she's
is
coming
coming
on next
So
week.
later on, after this slideshow, I'm gonna show you guys the updated calendar and all the guests that we're gonna have. So Karis is coming next Friday.
Okay.
But okay, let me move on to the next one. I
Okay.
love this.
So I had because the belt and the bag, it's the impractical things. I had to pick 2 items that are more reasonable, realistic, good cost per wear. And the sneakers was one, and this is the second item. Like if you live in Vancouver in a colder climate, you'll get really good cost per wear for a beanie. I know this is pricey for what you're getting. The reason why I picked this one is because I like that brooch on it. It's I don't know. Have you guys seen that brooch sold separately? Kind of like a matte finished gunmetal.
I haven't. No,
Yeah, so
but
I like
didn't
that
know.
rather than the silver and the gold brooch. Now, I've been wearing brooches with just a regular hat, beanies, caps, whatnot, like for years, and I just put it on myself. And you can actually have the same look because you can get a beanie at Aritzia for $50 and just pull it off rather than pay. If you bought a brooch for $700, then would that be another $600? I don't know if it's worth $600 to pay for a cashmere beanie because you could get a cashmere one for $50 for 1/10 of the price. But if you want something Chanel, and for something Chanel, I think it's fairly reasonable for what you're getting. Because this is Canadian dollars. So if it's US, it'll probably run closer to $1,000. So it's still fairly reasonable. And just because it's a very practical item,
I agree.
so
I
much more.
actually, when I saw this, I was thinking, oh, but you could just use one of your brooch. But if
Yeah.
you think about it, all their all their other beanies that are just printed, they're around the $700 range. And even if you look at Hermes, their beanies are also around the $600-700 range. So, I mean, you are paying for the brand, but they do give you good material and whatever. You
Yeah.
are buying a real Chanel authentic item. So
And it looks like the brooch, you can take it off, so it's multi-use.
yes.
Yeah. Or throw a different brooch onto the same Chanel beanie.
Right. I know Kat doesn't need anything like this. It's too hot over there. So I don't know. Are you gonna
No,
buy
not
this
for
though if
me.
you live here?
maybe if I live, say somewhere
In
like maybe in
London?
Australia where there's a little bit of winter, or
Mm.
like Sydney, or maybe Hong Kong when they have a little bit of winter. But otherwise, if I wear a beanie in Singapore,
I know. But even Hong Kong, I don't need one. I feel like in Vancouver, you do need, like, starting in October, like right around Halloween, that's when it gets so
Yes.
cold all of a sudden. And then it gets quite cold and it rains all the time. So it's always good to, that's why I've been into so many hats this year. I bought 3 hats already.
Yeah.
all
Honestly,
this year.
you could probably wear a beanie here from October all the way till March.
Yeah.
wow, that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, then that's okay because I don't. I mean, I would buy it if I'm going for a holiday, but then after that, it'll sit until my next holiday. But I mean, I like it. I like the simplicity of it. But yeah, there's no use. Yeah, so winter time. Well, usually when I see the winter collection, I'm like, oh, okay, it's just nice. But there's so much of the thick material items we're ready to wear and hats. It's like, okay, not for this weather.
Do they actually sell it in Singapore though?
I
Will you
don't.
see
They
that here?
they might for like people who have it. They go holidays for the VVIPs who
Mm,
go for holidays, but probably bring in one, maybe two pieces.
yeah. All right, let me move on to this one. Oh my goodness, it's all
Okay.
of our favorite. We all picked this one too.
Yes. And you know what? If I went in a store, I think I would fall in love with it because I'm sure it looks like so cute and adorable.
Yeah.
Now, just like the title says, card holder with jewel hook, it does look like a piece of jewelry. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the Chanel fine jewelry line Coco Crush. The
Yeah.
carabiner hook, it's just like it. So really, you know, for that price, it costs a lot less than the fine jewelry item, even though it's not fine jewelry. So I think it just adds a little bit of pop and like a nicer accessory to it rather than the regular hardware. And I think it's really practical. And I personally would buy this and use this because I think it's quite useful for my lifestyle. Like, especially if I were traveling, although we're not doing much traveling right now because of
Yeah.
COVID. But I could, like, for me, I wear a lot of jeans shorts, and then I would just hook that onto my belt tab. And before COVID hit, I'm not sure if anybody was aware, but I was in Japan. And, you know, when you travel, people tend to carry a backpack, and then you have to like rummage through your backpack to grab things. So it's nice if you have, I don't know, what do you call it in Japan? Is it the MTR or? But anyways, you know what I'm talking about. And then you
The JR trains.
yeah.
The JR.
So you have to pull out your card, and unless you put it in your back pocket, this is so convenient because you're like changing trains and then, you know, slipping the card in and then taking it out. And then we also went to Disneyland in Japan. And in Disneyland there, they still use the paper passes, not like Disney World where they have the magic bands and you just tap. So it's such a hassle, you know, like just trying to pull things out. So there's a need for it. Like even like both RG and I, we go to Vegas a lot. And then at the end of the day, we would go back to our hotel room, and I like to get changed, get comfortable, go downstairs, play the slots. This way, you don't need to, you know, carry in a whole bag with you. You just need your player's card, credit cards, cash. You could just put in your hotel room key. That's all you need. So it's perfect. Like for me,
all you need. Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
We all need this.
Yes. That's why all three of us picked it.
I just want to thank you because you literally, I don't know if you're convincing more of the Luxies here, because we had an episode with Clara where we were debating. So both Kat and I are pro micro bags.
Pro micro bags. I should grab
Clara
my micro
won because everyone was going for her argument. Of course, her arguments are all valid, but you said exactly everything in a very and plus you come from you're saying it from experience too, which
yes,
was also exactly how I imagined it. Like with all the micro bags, yeah, okay, maybe now it's not, you know, ideal for every day, but like once you're traveling, once you're seeing attractions, it's like, oh my gosh, it's like the next best thing.
Clara is here. Clara, micro bag. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This thing right here is amazing.
I know. Plus this one, exactly. Now that you pointed out the pattern with the Coco Crush, I totally see it. Like I just loved it because it looked pretty, but I didn't think about the, you know, associating with, but obviously it's Chanel. But now I like it even more.
Yeah. Me personally, I like the pink with the gold version. Nice. It's cute. It's a little pop. And then, oh, I got to tell you a story. So my son, when he was little, like a toddler, he used to love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I got him a little, like a keychain thing. And then I would, and it had a little figurine on it. And I would put it on his belt loop when he went up to preschool and stuff. And everybody loved it and thought it was so cute. So this is like the adult version.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
That's the way I look at it.
Oh wow. I mean I already love it. I even showed this during that same live stream, but what do you think, Kat? I know you love it too. Are you gonna try to get it? Oh, are you on mute?
Sorry, because there's a lot of cars, so I'm trying to like
Oh,
make
okay.
sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I am trying to get it, but you know, Singapore is so hard to get, and a lot of things are sold out or out of stock. I think I read somewhere that the 21K is coming out today, or was it yesterday? And it's basically it's like gone. So I'll admire it on the picture, but yeah, I'm trying to get it.
Are
I
you
mean, come on,
sure?
I
You
have
should really try hard for this one, because this item, like I mentioned the first time already, if you want it, you should have asked your SA well in advance, because everyone's gonna go for this one. Because not only is the top handle one that very cute, right? But that one, they increased the price so much, it's almost like not worth it anymore. But this one is still reasonable, and it's the first time I've ever seen them do a hook, at least in the recent years, right?
Yeah.
no.
And then I see Lynn Tran had a comment here saying about the bag not being secure and thief can unhook it. Yes, they can, but actually I'm not even concerned about them unhooking it. The con I see in this is if you look where it's attached to the carabiner, that leather strap,
It's
I don't know
small.
how secure that looks. Like, Amy, you could answer that because you saw the bag in person.
Yeah, actually, you know what? Yeah, I saw the bag in person. I actually saw the one, the black on black. And unfortunately, I couldn't buy it because for some reason on these pictures, right, on the bottom, you can see that the carabiner can be, you know, like it can basically move, right? But
Mhm.
it did not move. It literally was stuck on that little piece of leather. It was, I don't know if it just needed to be used over the long term for it to loosen up, but it did not move. It was stuck on it, and it was actually angled a little weird on the one that I saw. Otherwise, I would have taken it home. But the carabiner itself, like where the spring is so tough. Like it's secure. Like, it won't just come off easily. Like it's not like some stranger can come and unclip it from you. Yeah, maybe they can yank it, but it's still gonna take some force, right? It's, you know, I don't know if you notice on a lot of the bags where they hook the D-rings where the strap is attached. I mean, it's still very small, but I'm pretty sure you need some significant force to yank those out. So this is similar in that similar vein. And also, I did notice that this season's lambskin, at least on this item, was very, it just felt very durable. So I really liked it about it.
Yeah,
And
that's good to know.
this little item is much bigger than you think. It looks small in the picture, but it's actually quite, like Siv was saying, it's quite useful. It actually will probably fit a lot of things. Similar to the one with the top handle. It's a bit smaller than the top handle, but it's still, it has a little bit more depth. It's like so cute, but obviously sold out before the launch.
Yeah.
How many
Reserved for some
cards do you think
clients
it could
and-
fit, Amy?
Sorry?
How many cards do you think it could fit inside?
Oh, easily 25.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, because my boy one fits, like, because I tried with my boy one, I put 18 cards and I was still able to put a lip balm and cash. So this for sure, same amount. It's gonna fit a ton. But this one is even like a little taller, right? A little taller, a little wider. Easily. But I wouldn't put that many cards because it's gonna be hard to sift through your cards, right? You need space to sift through your, like, which card
Yeah,
you want.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So I think easily you can put 8 cards and still be able to go through your things. And yeah. Try to get your hands on it like right now, guys. Like right now.
I'm looking at the
Okay.
comments. I see a lot of Team Clara.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. At least we're not all going to be competing for the same item. Thank you. But thank you so much, Civ. I'm going to move on to Kat's choices. And of course, we're going to all comment on Kat's choices too. Go ahead, Kat.
Okay. All right. So the way I went about selecting these pictures, okay, how did I do it? I went no pricing. I'm not gonna look at the pricing because Chanel pricing is just ridiculous. I'm just gonna go for the look. I'm just gonna say I have all the money in the world. I'm just gonna buy it. So the first thing that I went for was this. This when I saw price upon request is probably as much as a kidney of mine. So I love it. I mean, if you want to go all the way, this is a bag. This is all the bling and bringing it up close. There is so much details. Like every piece of that crystal or plastic crystal is all like sewn onto it. I bet this bag is like a disco ball.
Like jewelry.
Oh like jewelry.
Yeah.
I think about a few days ago, I saw somebody on Instagram like post the picture of this. This is over $20,000. It's crazy, but we can't find the actual prices on the site. Wow, this is gorgeous. What do you guys think?
Okay, my only one comment I have on this is, even though I like expensive things and luxury things, but I can also be very frugal. When it says price upon request, it reminds me of when you go to a restaurant and you see market price. I never order it.
Yes.
That's me.
I agree. Like every time it's price on request, I automatically skip those. But I have to say it's very gorgeous. Although if you gave me the choice between this one and the first bag that Civ picked, I am personally more drawn to the gold one. So imagine they're the same price, right? But I am more drawn to that one. I just feel like that one has that squish factor. This one has like a lot of acrylic. Is it acrylic? Oh, it's glass pearls. Okay. Yeah. That is even more cutting. Like it just feels like it might just catch on to the fabric of my clothing. And of course, obviously, this is not a practical bag. I understand that. So
not practical at all. Yeah. I think it's,
but I'm still visually more attracted to that disco one. This one is disco too, but that one is just more
wearable.
I don't know.
Yeah, plastic? It's more wearable.
Yeah, wearable. I love it though. It's very.
But this is stunning. It is stunning.
Yeah.
This is like dream. This is like just dream. Let's give it to me. Like you walk in the store. Okay, I like that bag. I like that bag.
Why they gotta make it price upon request, right? It's so expensive. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, yeah. When I saw the prices, I was like, okay.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. So the first time I saw this bag, okay, don't look at the price, it's ridiculous. But the first time I saw this little bag, it's like this big. I thought it was super cute. I like the fact that it has a mirror and it just gives me jewelry vibes because I don't know, just like you can put your jewelry inside, you put your ring inside. It's so gorgeous. And the first time I saw it was on Bagaholic Boy's Instagram. So I don't know. I'm really attracted to it. It's super pretty. But it's really small. It's the size of, say, maybe a little larger than your iPod box, I guess. And it's $4,000. But of course, if it's too small for you, you can go for the bigger version, which Amy pointed out. It's the top left corner. It's probably this big. It's like micro size bag, but that's $9,000.
I know. But at least you can put some stuff in it. Yeah, this one is like it's literally an accessory, and
this
it
is
looks
an
like
accessory.
It's only like a necklace length too on the picture, which is why I put the picture with the with the mannequin She's wearing it on her neck, but it's like tiny.
Yeah.
So
Well,
cute.
so-
Everything that I selected, I will never buy, but I was just like, oh my God, these are the ones that are just, I like the look. They're not practical. They're just not bad, Chanel, not bad.
I know why you like this one, because you like makeup.
Yeah, I like the mirror. I like the fact that it's just so, it's so compact powder. Like, it's like,
What do
What
you
do y'all
think,
think?
Siv?
It's very cute. Would a lipstick fit inside?
I don't think so.
No, not the
Oh.
small one. The
Okay,
small
I
one
want
is
lip
only
balm.
5 centimeter by 5 centimeter.
You could put hand sanitizer inside.
Yeah,
A tiny little round one,
Yeah.
yes.
It could be useful.
Me- could be useful. Could be useful.
Just for hand sanitizing.
Yeah.
This is
But-
what do you call, what's the word? It's a flex.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a flex.
No, but remember, only a few seasons ago when they had the similar, it's pretty much an accessory too. They had the handbag version in metal. It's like tiny as well, and they had a necklace version, a shorter necklace version. They had a crossbody version, and they also had a belt version.
Yes.
Oh,
I was
That one was so
considering
good
belts.
because in hindsight, if I knew that it was going to cost $4,000 for a necklace now, I would have bought that one from just a few seasons ago. It's not even that long ago.
Well, did
Yeah,
we
yeah,
even
I
have that
remember
in the
that.
store? Because
Sorry?
did we even carry that? Because
did.
I was
I
considering
was
belt.
Yes, we did, because I was offered, well, I asked about it and I was offered the crossbody version or the belt version. We didn't get the necklace version.
Oh.
Yeah. But the
was
crossbody
much-
version, I remember it was like 3,000 something, which is still expensive, of course, but now it's like for a necklace you're paying for
Look at that. Look at that. And that one was more intricate, right? 'Cause
Yeah,
it's-
that one was very intricate.
it looked like a Chanel flap.
Yes.
Actually,
And
on
it looks
hindsight, we
very
should have all bought it.
durable too.
Yeah, that one is, I mean, it is obviously a flex as well. You probably could put a few gums in it. I don't know what else you can put. But that one I really liked. I think the chain, did it have 2 chains even? It had the interwoven leather chain, and I think, did it have a pearl chain? I can't remember now. I think it was 2 chains. It was very pretty. It was very, very pretty.
It's really nice. Next.
I know. I was like, oh, shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Shoulda, woulda. Okay, so earrings. Okay, so to me, these are still, I don't know. I just like the crystals. So there are a lot of crystals and like bling this season. So I don't know. I looked at all the earrings and I kind of like these two because I feel like the one on the left is still pretty wearable. You know, it's got the big, crystal, clear crystal, and then you got the CCs. I don't think they're that large. So yeah, I like the shine on it. And then the one on the right with the red like ball. This reminds me, I don't know if Karis is still here, but this reminds me of Karis's earrings, exceptional, right? The one with the hoop, and then you've got the crystal in the middle. I don't know. I think it's all the bling in this season that I'm just going for. I think in the next 2 pictures as well, it's just that shine and the crystals and the disco balls
Yes.
that I'm honing on this time. But the price, okay, the prices now are just crazy. It used to be below $1,000. Now it's upwards from 1,000 up from Singapore dollars. So this is with tax. But yeah, I like this. I actually like the one. If you see the details on the red, the red ball, you can see there's a star at the end of the hoop, which I like
Yeah.
stars. So
I totally see you wearing this.
Oh, yeah.
It's up your alley.
I know, but 1,500. I mean, considering bags are now market price, this is still okay.
What do you think, Siv?
I like it. I don't know if I personally would wear it because I'm pretty like plain Jane, but it's cute. It's like a little disco ball.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. This is
Yeah,
probably like a night out kind of earring.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you think?
there is definitely a trend with their costume jewelry. I mean, of course,
Mhm.
we all know their bags also went up. Like they go up every time we hear about a price increase. Everyone talks about it, but no one talks about the costume jewelry price increase as much. I guess because they don't come up with the same things, so they just change the price, right? And now it's just it's just over that invisible line. It's just ridiculous.
It's crazy.
I feel like before anything you find in the $400-$500 range is considered reasonable. Now, if it's $700, $800, that's reasonable because this is what you get, like double the price, even, right?
Yeah. So
Otherwise,
now,
I don't think you can get anything under $400 anymore.
Oh, you can't. No, absolutely not. 500 you can still, but it's like the tiny little thing. It's like a tiny little CC maybe. Yeah. Too bad.
Okay, next. Let's see. All right, again with the crystals cat. Actually, I really like this jacket. I think if money was no issue, I would totally get it because I like the simplicity of it. And then you've got these shiny disco ball like buttons again. I can see myself wear this if like for work. It's cropped, so it's more modern. It's not so long. It still suits. I guess like here, you don't have to wear like a full long jacket like those Balmain jackets, which is really long and it's very very fashion. This actually looks more work appropriate, everyday appropriate, and yeah, I love the buttons again because they're like crystals. What do you
So if
think?
they're wearing the belt that you like.
Yes, I see that. Perfect match.
Perfect match.
Yeah, great pick, Kat. This is very wearable. I could see myself wearing this jacket as well. Like I mentioned, I've been wearing a lot of like high-waisted pants, so it'll just go perfectly with this.
Yeah, so pretty. I like the pink as well, like the little
Yes, the
play
top.
on pink. Yeah, it's just like it makes it younger because it's quite a serious jacket, like because it's wool and tweed, and wool and tweed tend to be very matured, but that pop of pink, it sort of makes it a little bit more playful.
Yes.
So I love it. What do you think? I think Amy, you have one similar. Your pick.
I have one jacket. I don't have one.
No, I mean you picked one as well.
Yes. And I actually saw this jacket in the store. It's gorgeous. I didn't try it on because I didn't want to. You guys know me. I can spend so much at Chanel because if I love something and if I made up my mind, I would just buy it. But that's why I didn't try it on. But I saw this one. I was just saying in my commentary video about this jacket, the only thing that is unfortunate, which is unfortunate because we're moving into the cold season. And although I love the crop style, like Kat said, if it was for spring, I totally would have probably tried it on and maybe just bit the bullet and bought it. But because we're going into the fall winter season, anytime I wear a crop, I just feel like that little bit of midriff part gets cold. And I get cold very easily. So I just hope that this jacket gets on sale, but I don't know. It's so popular. Like I'm sure it'll sell out because they have a different version without the blingy buttons, which I also like. Yeah.
I've got one more jacket. So yeah, I've got one more jacket. You can do the next jacket pretty fast. So similar, except that if you don't like, you find that black could be maybe a bit boring because say if you wear black and black could look good but could look very formal. So this is sort of the same because it's also crop, but it's now the tweed. And I personally won't wear a full suit like that. Like I've never worn a full tweed, but I think this with a brown pants or beige or even white would look so good. And again, look at the buttons. They're like crystals. Let's not talk about the price, but let's just look at the buttons because the buttons are really, really nice. I don't know. I like this tweed. My only concern about this version is that I can see Zara making the exact same thing.
Well, but Zara always does something similar.
Yeah, but I
It
like
won't feel
this.
the same. Like wearing the real deal won't feel the same. The structure and the fabric, it's heavier and it's different. Zara doesn't feel the same way.
Yeah,
You get bored
actually,
of Zara.
I love the way it's draping. If you see the
Yeah.
picture on the right side, the way it's like draping down. I think because they use this tweed material, it's gonna fall really like nicely here. So, what do you think?
What do you think, Civ?
Well, I like the last jacket, but this one, I probably love it more because it is more wearable. When you're wearing the black jacket, it could look a little bit more formal, but so, this is a little bit more casual. You could get away with it with jeans and a white bottom, or even with the black with just a tank top underneath. So it's very practical, especially when you're spending so much money. You want to be able to wear it. And,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if the prices now are, because I've never looked at Chanel ready to wear, but have the prices always been so high for jackets? I think I've only started to wear. I mean, look at the ready to wear maybe this year, and I've already this is the prices I know of.
What is that in Canadian?
Oh, I think this one in Canadian was high 8,000.
Which is about standard. I think you can get Canadian. A jacket goes anywhere from 6 and up.
I think 6 is hard now, honestly. Well, actually, I'll show you one that's 6. It's like high 6. But I think the reason why these are a little bit less is because it's cropped. But the moment that you go regular length or even the longer, heavier tweed, those can be 12,000 or more.
Yeah, it's basically the ones that are heavier are more, and also some do not have a lining underneath. Like the thinner jackets, those tend to be a little bit less, like kind of like borderline jacket / sweater style. Like for example, the one I'm wearing, it was, I think, don't quote me on it, but I think it was only 4. So well, not only, but compared to
no, but it's cheap now. Like you think about it, 4,000, you can't even get anything.
Well, yeah, exactly. And this is Canadian dollars.
You get that Tic Tac box. You get a Tic Tac necklace.
Yeah. So, I don't know if I posted it because the black jacket I got last year was 8.
Yeah, I really like that one that you got. That one is a good
very classic, but that was a somewhat reasonable prices because it's not the thick tweed.
Right. But did it have the lining and did it have the chain underneath?
Yes, it had the chain and the lining in it. So for this, it's standard price, I would say, for 8.
Yeah. I feel like because it's cropped, I did notice this season the crop ones were more reasonable. So thank you, Kat. So that's why I'm showing this one. This one is basically the same first jacket that Kat liked, but instead of the blingy buttons, it's just the regular buttons, which I actually, you know why I'm liking more of the regular buttons nowadays? I feel like when I wear my bags, especially when crossbody, I don't like hardware to like cling all the time. And so the crystals, sometimes they get on my nerve. Like I love my self-portrait. They are very embellished, but sometimes when there's so much embellishment and I'm wearing say like another bag and it has a a leather interwoven chain or even just a regular strap, I just don't like it when it's like rubbing against very hardware. So I kind of sometimes like more simple, just plain plastic buttons. I don't know if this one is actually plastic. I think it's actually the button has like the tweed material on it, which is just the cloth, like the same cloth material. Again, the same shape. I even like the belt that she has on. I have that belt, similar anyway. And I always feel like for a crop jacket, it's cuter if you show the midriff, which is why I said earlier, I was like, oh, I wish this came in the spring season because I would wear this in the spring with a bit of midriff showing. I would totally do that. But in the winter, it's too cold. But otherwise, I love this jacket. And yes, it's just under 7,000, but plus tax is basically, you know, closer to 8. But yeah, even that little bit of a difference, just the button difference, the price already changed quite a bit, right? I think your one is 8,000 something or 9,000.
Mine was 9. So mine was 9,000, 9,000 something Singapore dollars, which is probably your 8,000.
Yeah. So this one is like 7,000 something. So it's just a few $100 difference, I guess, because of the buttons. But it's essentially the same jacket.
But more everyday wear.
Huh?
More everyday wear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like with this, I've just been noticing with my own clothing that when it's a plainer piece of item, I can accessorize with my other things. So I just feel like otherwise, if I wear my earrings and then my bag and then maybe a scarf, it just is like, okay. And then there's the bling. It's just too much. So I'm actually more attracted to the simpler things now and just accessorize with everything that I own. But yeah. So expensive. I haven't seen this one. I saw the one that you like. I didn't see this one. And then I chose this bag. It's in their handbag section. This one is actually not in their small leather goods section, which, you know, if you guys browsed or saw my video, you would know that in the small leather goods section, they have a lot of the micro bags right now. But this one is actually in the handbag section, and it's so expensive, even though it's so expensive, I like it. I just love that. It's stupid money, but I love that chain on it. I don't know what it is. This chain is so chunky. It almost makes no sense that it's on such a small bag, but I just really love it. I don't know. There's something about it. What do you guys think?
It's edgy.
I love it.
Sorry?
It's very edgy, and that's kind of like your look. So I can
gives
see
me 19 vibe.
Yeah.
I feel like this season they brought back this season they brought back a lot of older designs with the chunkier chains. Even my essay told me that some of the designs that they took is more boxy and it just looks more vintage. So this chunky chain, I believe it's sort of like a more vintage look. And the gold it looks like it's like really like vintage bright gold. Gold tone metal black. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah,
Nice.
I mean, it's pretty tiny though. 11 by 15, maybe a little wider than the bags that we have, but oh man, this is the price of a mini flap. It basically is.
It is.
I know the mini flap went up in price slightly already, but still, it's just it's getting ridiculous.
Oh my
But I
gosh,
love
it's
it so
really
much.
small.
I saw this in, I think I saw, did I see it in Instagram that it came in white? Because I know the larger version does have the white. I wonder if I saw the tiny one in white. Oh, I would love it so much in white. But as you can see on the model, it's tiny, tiny, tiny. Okay, up next I chose, I'm really into the lambskin lately. I think I am definitely not as scared anymore. And I was very, very attracted to this shape, the boxy shape. I also especially love the color. This color, unlike all the beautiful pastel purple and the rainbow, the pastel blue, those are pretty. But I'm drawn to the saturated color. I'm drawn to the reds. I'm drawn to the black and pink, but more like a saturated pink, almost fuchsia, almost red. And then when I saw this shape, it's just too cute. Like the magnetic closure, everything. What do you guys think? And the price is actually not too bad. I was surprised.
Civ, what do you think?
This one, I don't know. I don't understand it. It looks like a box.
What's
like, you know, a gift box.
I'm actually quite surprised that you picked it, Amy, because you don't like boxy shapes. Firstly, I Yeah, you don't like boxy shapes. Remember you said that you don't like Chanel's boy because it's too boxy. You don't like boxy bags.
Oh, but that's different. I think the boy also, what I don't like about it is the chain keeps sliding.
Fair. Yep. But anyway, I didn't see this on the app. I mean, when I was looking, when I saw this, like, oh, this is something that you guys have. I didn't see it.
Really?
Yeah, I can't
Okay,
remember
because
seeing it.
I'm pretty sure I even saw it on Instagram. There are people who I wish I took a screenshot. In actuality, this bag is not very big. If you look at the dimensions, 14.5 times 16.5. So it's barely the size of this iPhone, but like taller. So it's kind of like a small box. And I saw it on a model. Well, I don't know if I bookmarked it, but
Yeah,
I saw
it's
a
really
model
small.
wear this, and it's very cute. It's another novelty piece, and I think the reason why I'm attracted to these is because, well, I mean, I have the Gabrielles, I have the Cocos. I don't need those anymore. I feel like I'm attracted to the novelty shape now. I'm attracted to stuff that I don't have now, and the color.
And the
Okay,
color, I think
it's
the
pretty obvious
color
you
is
guys
the
don't
one
like
that's
it though.
attracting you.
Sorry, what?
I think the color is the one that's getting you. I
Yeah,
don't
it is the
know.
color,
I
but
mean,
it
it's
also
cute.
comes in black.
Right. I don't know. I like it. I mean, it's definitely a different bag. It's but it's kind of boxy, huh?
Really? You don't like it?
Well, the first time I'm looking at it. When the first time I saw the deck, I was like, okay.
Coming from someone who wants to buy a bag that is like upon request. Like, come on, at least this is usable.
Yeah, this is cheap. It's not market
Okay,
price.
I'm moving on then. Okay, surprise, another micro bag. This one, the reason why I like it is because of the chain detail. It has those little handbag. Actually, those are not even handbag. Those are like little SLG, like the little flap holders in a little charm on the strap. And yeah, this would make a very good Disneyland type of bag. The chain is pretty. It's Caviar. You don't have to worry about the wear and tear on this one as much. I don't know. The price, it is what it is. But you know what? If you're not going to get it now, it's going to be too late next year or even next season because it's only going to go up even faster. I feel like Civ will wear something like this.
I definitely would wear something like this. I had the
Reissue.
the reissue. You just read my mind. The reissue in a belt bag, but it's a larger version, which I loved wearing. I just recently parted ways with it, but it's a great bag. It's kind of similar, the black with the gold hardware. But I got the Hermes belt with the little card holder, which is very similar to this. So that's the only reason why I wouldn't pick up something like this. And it's less than this price too. $1,000 less.
What?
Oh, you know what? Would you wear that instead to go to like your traveling situation that you was describing earlier? Would you wear your Hermes one?
Yes.
That?
Yeah, definitely. So I don't really need one like that, but it is very nice. And if you don't have one, I would be for this. It can be quite useful.
Yes.
I didn't know that her Hermes one was $1,000 cheaper.
Yeah, I think it was like 16 something with the adjustable belt too. The one with just the card holder attached to it.
But the pouch is flat, right? Does it have any gussets?
Yeah, it's flat.
So okay, so it's pretty much for cards and a bit of cash then.
Yes.
Okay.
But it's more compact and
Right. Yeah.
more polished.
It does. It definitely is more polished. This one is kind of fashion and cute at the same time.
Yeah. Hi, Amanda.
Kat, are you gonna buy this?
No.
No.
If I were to get the belt bag, I would get the one that you have. Your boy
Oh, the
version.
boy?
Yeah, I like that
You
one.
like the boy more than this because it's less girly, right?
Yeah, and I love the chin on your boy version.
Yeah.
It's just so much more. Yeah, I guess you're right. Not so girly. It's more boyish, and it's I guess a little simpler as well because this one has more of all the tic tacs coming around it.
TikToks.
You know, the boy one is again this season they have it, but it's in the instead of the vintage gold that I have, the hardware is the shiny gold. And I think they have I have only seen the black and the light color one. I think the light color one is the lilac color, which is so pretty. I've seen on Instagram some models were wearing it with white pants. It was like, so good. So they actually have it this season if you want to check it out. Okay, this one we've talked about it a million times. It's the same flat corn purse that Kat has. This year they, well, not this year actually. This is the same year. Only this season they increased the price by a whopping 700 Canadian dollars. Oh my god! But they did improve it. They put a magnetic button instead of a just snap button. I guess you're paying $700 for a magnetic button. But again, if you are gonna get it, it's now or never, because even if you try to buy it in the resale market, they are actually more expensive. So I don't know if I need to spend more time on this. What do you guys think?
It's very, very cute. I love it. When I saw cats, I wanted to buy it too. Do I need it? No, but would I just carry that out as an evening bag to dinner? Most definitely. Even if I don't, does the long strap, you can't take it off, can you?
No, you
No.
can't.
If you can,
No.
I would just carry it just like this little handbag around.
It actually carries so well as a little evening bag.
Yeah.
Crossbody is great too. I actually like that this crossbody is a little shorter. So I haven't measured. I don't know if you guys saw my Instagram. I actually revealed the black one that I bought. And the strap is actually shorter than my purple one. So like this one that I bought from last season, the strap is longer. So the black, this one with the top handle is a little shorter, which I like both lengths, but sometimes I feel like shorter makes it cuter because there's something about the novelty aspect of it that I just really like. And the lambskin too, like the lambskin makes it look so luxurious. And when you touch it, when you handle it, it just feels like it's more pliable. It's just so soft when you touch it. Kat knows all about it because she has.
Yeah, actually, the one that I have, it is incredible. Like the leather, the lambskin. I am shocked on how tough it is because I have been using my bag. Like I seriously have not used any of my other bags at the back. I just used it again yesterday, and I wasn't even thinking about how it's rubbing on my body, or how the strap is rubbing, or where I place it. And when I took it home yesterday and I inspected the bag, wow, the lambskin is just super tough.
Yeah.
I wasn't the most gentle with it. I'm not like I was kind of manhandling the bag a little bit. And honestly, the lambskin on the version that I have is much more durable than what I thought the lambskin would be. I'm just wondering whether it's because it's smaller. I don't know. I'm glad.
Actually, I have to agree with the lambskin this season, just because I shopped this season and I tried on the one with the hook, and obviously I bought the black one of this one from this season. I have to agree the lambskin does feel, I mean, it's very soft, but it also feels durable at the same time. The quilt seems to be bouncy.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's gonna be okay, especially if you have it in black anyway. Like black, it doesn't get dirty. So yeah, it's now or never, guys.
Now or never.
And last but not least, I chose a piece of jewelry. I feel like of all the jewelry, I'm just tired of the price tag, and there's nothing that excites me anymore. And plus, I already have a healthy collection, but I still don't have a choker, which I don't know why in Vancouver we don't ever carry chokers. Have you seen chokers, Civ? Every time I asked about a choker that I like, they never have it.
No,
We never
I
order
don't
it in
recall. I
Canada.
haven't been looking at costume jewelry for a while, but this is a very stunning piece. I really, really like this one.
Yeah, this one, of all the things that they had this season, is still, I mean, chokers are usually more expensive, first of all. And this one has the intertwined leather. It also has the pearl, and then you get a little bit of that charm in the front. It's reasonably priced for what it is nowadays. So I thought this was, if I had to buy one piece of jewelry this season, this would be the one that I go for. I didn't ask about it. Maybe I should have, but I just asked about necklaces and chokers, and they just didn't have anything. I don't know if it's a matter of trickling in later, or they just don't ever order chokers. But yeah.
Well, if you get a pearl necklace from Chanel, they usually cost more than that.
Right. Yeah.
So that's very reasonable.
Yeah. I think this one is still on the daintier side, which I actually like because I don't want like a big thing on my neck. But yeah, I just was so attracted to this. They also made the belt version of this season. What do you think of it, Kat?
Oh, that would be nice too.
I'm just looking on. I'm looking on the Chanel app, and I didn't see this. So I'm like, I think you guys have more things, or maybe I didn't see it properly. Oh, okay, I saw it. I see it now. Okay, I see it now.
You see it now?
Yeah. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, they also have the belt version of this. It's so stunning.
How much is the belt?
Why didn't I get the belt?
How much is the belt? The belt
the belt. Let me just check it quick. I was not in the market, so I didn't remember. Oh, the belt is a good price. It's $18.75.
Oh, okay. So that's under $2 is reasonable for a Chanel belt right now.
Because you get,
nice
you get
one,
a thin strand of pearls and the chain and the charm. Maybe it's something that you want to they might not have it because they don't carry everything, right? But if any other stores in Canada has it, then maybe you can ask for it to be transferred. It's actually, considering the necklace is 12, right? So 18, you get a belt. Yeah. So those were all our choices. Thank you, Civ and Kat, for all their choices too. Okay, let's just take a quick look at the calendar and then we'll get on to your questions. So today we have our Civ with us going through the Chanel collection. Tomorrow is going to be members live on Kat's channel. We're going to go through your micro bag collection as well as your should I sell it entries. It's going to be quite interesting. We're going to have all the Luxy members chime in. I also want to bring your attention to October because next Friday we have our episode with LV Lover CC, Karis, but it's going to be special timing. It's going to be 7 a.m. here and 10 p.m. Singapore time. Same day though, Friday. So that particular day, we're actually all going to be on Friday. And then throughout the month, we're actually going to have different guests. So I wanted to also bring your attention to the week of the 16th. We're going to have Monsieur Alex. And then on the 30th, we're also going to have another guest, Luxstock Lee. On that day, it's also going to be special timing. But anyway, we're going to be reminding you through the social media posts as well as on YouTube. You're going to see that it's a different timing. So for October 30th, it's going to be 7 a.m. in Singapore time, but it's going to be a Friday, 4 p.m. here in Vancouver time. So just to give you a visual, these are all the confirmed guesses. So today we have Civ, next week, Karis, Monsieur Alex, and then Luxstock Lee. And then, of course, in November, which we don't have the November calendar ready for you yet, but these are also our confirmed guests. We are going to have Michelle Wong, which is Kat's favorite YouTuber. We're going to have Cassie come on. And then also the owner of Mavery, Stella, is also going to come on in November. Those are all our confirmed guesses. So super exciting calendar. We're working on a few more other guests that haven't been confirmed yet. So we'll let you know once that's confirmed. And in case you guys don't know already, you can support Kat and I by becoming members. If you know already, that's great. But if you don't know already, just go to onto our channel page, and then you have 2 different levels of membership you can join. Again, just to remind you, leave your remarks or your comments with question marks in front because it really helps us see. All right.
Yay. Look at questions.
Let me go all the way back to the front. Oh, I missed all the ones from 8 to 8:30 because it's already too late, but just going to go through this then. Okay, I think we have a question from Nat. Wouldn't you prefer the belt bag instead of this card holder with hook? Oh, okay. The small piece of leather would wear and tear eventually, which is sad.
True.
Wear and tear as in it will get looser?
I can see that happening.
I guess it's a little bit like this.
Right.
See? Right.
This but the Fendi looks more durable.
Yeah, so it really depends on, because I didn't see it in real life. I guess, Amy, you can comment. Because the Fendi one, firstly, it's sort of like it's got a bit of space. So the loop can, the metal piece can move freely. And it's also thicker. So, I mean, I've used the Fendi one and I've dangled it and it's gone, you know, turning like this. I don't think it will wear badly. I mean, of course it will wear. So I'm just wondering whether the one in Chanel would.
The one in Chanel, I don't know why they made it so tight. That was one thing that I was a little disappointed because on the pictures online, it looks like it's quite loose, right? That you could move the hook
move
around.
It like this.
So I'm not so sure why. Like I said, I don't own the piece. I've only seen it from that one time of handling it, which I didn't take home. That particular one I didn't take home because I just felt like it was stuck at a weird place. It was kind of stuck where the angle of the hook, like where the highest point, if you had put it on your jeans, it would just be kind of not straight. So I didn't take it home, but I have seen unboxings of it and oh my gosh, the piece is stunning, especially in gold and pink. I have seen unboxing of that one and I just feel like, yeah, it is expensive. The belt bags are not any cheaper. And I do agree that with the belt bag, it will be more long wearing because it's, you know, the chain is through the bag. I'm talking about the one that I have, right? That's the main reason why I got it. I just feel like in terms of security, the little belt boy bag that I have is the most secure of all the micro bags that I own. So you could say that if you buy this piece, it's almost like a passion purchase in a way, but it's still going to be functional. Like what Civ said earlier, it still can be a functional piece, but maybe not if you're worried about like a very unsafe destination that you're going to. But if it's, I don't know, if it's Disneyland, I'm sure it's fine, right? That's what I think.
Yeah, I can see the wear and tear on it, but it wouldn't be something that you would wear every day. I personally like both the belt bag and the little carabiner attached to the card holder. Okay, the reason why I like this one, is because when you need to go to the washroom and when you wear a belt bag, it's a hassle to take off. So
True,
right? I'm thinking practicality. So I like it. And besides that, you could hook it as a charm onto a larger bag, hook it in the back of your backpack, use it as a catch-all. So it's got a lot of purposes.
Yes. And I feel like, yes, we do talk a lot about, you know, reviewing our pieces from a practical standpoint, wear and tear standpoint. But I also feel like I'm at a place in my collection where I'm okay to buy fun pieces now. Like it's not all about, okay, it's going to keep their value. It's going to be hard wearing. I have all of those things already. I just want the fun pieces at this point. And I, you know, you all know that I'm working on my first Hermes bag, which I'm actually looking at the comments. I think we have Double Vanilla with us, and it looks like she scored something.
Well,
Congrats, girl.
congratulations.
But as you know, Hermes things can look less fun. Okay, I'm not gonna say boring, but it's not as fun as Chanel. Like I feel Chanel just it brings that joy. So it's that cute factor. You're paying for the cuteness, okay? You're paying for the cuteness. You're paying for the colors. Not to say Hermes doesn't have cute colors, but it's so hard to get anything Hermes. Every time I ask about anything, they don't have it in stock. So I'm still really gonna enjoy my Chanel. I'm never really gonna leave it. But if it's not worth it for you, then it's not worth it for you, and that's totally fine, right? Okay. Trying to go through. I think there's more chatter than actual questions.
Yeah, I took a look down, so you can go all the way down to Clara's question for Civ.
Okay.
Questions after that.
Okay, so it's for Civ. Has COVID adjusted your approach to luxury items?
Yes, definitely. I think it adjusted everybody's what they wear, their style. I've become a lot more simpler. Come on, like I'm sure everybody's wearing sweatpants and sweat tops and sneakers and slippers all day. So
Sweatpants if you're working from home.
Yes, yeah.
You just gotta wear a top.
Yeah, so I've simplified everything. So I trimmed down on a lot of my stuff because I'm not wearing it. I'm not using. I'm sure one day things will change again, but at this time, I haven't been using many things. I think it was before COVID hit, the 6 months before COVID hit. 1, 2. I think I bought like 6 bags or something ridiculous, like literally, that I did not touch. And I don't even, I think the first year, I don't even know if I even carried a bag for that matter. So it's changed a lot. Now I'm starting to, dress up more and wear more things again, but it's a lot more simpler. That's why rather than even wearing heels, I've been wearing sneakers and whatnot. So, yeah, definitely.
Have you sold more bags? Did you sell like more bags?
I have. I've sold some just recently, things that I haven't even touched, brand new bags that I bought because, like, okay, it's been a year or 2 years. I haven't used it. So, yeah, unfortunate.
It's such a struggle. I think throughout this year, even talking about anything that's surrounding luxury, because that's what our channels are about. It's been a little difficult because you want to still put out content because once you're not consistent, you just, you're not consistent and you don't want to do it anymore. But it's hard. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's I think the past year or two, luxury items, it's not on my priority list, I guess. I wish I could spend the money on vacation instead, but that's not happening.
Yeah, that's not happening at the moment.
It kind of is because we just booked something today. But
to where?
We booked on Wonders of the Sea, which I swore I said I'm not the first place I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna go on a cruise, and we booked a cruise. We're going on the inaugural.
That's exciting.
World's largest ship.
Wow.
On the very first day that it's launching. Hopefully it's not going to get canceled.
Wow.
I hope that they must do all the precautions to pre-scan, pre-screen everyone.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait for you to, you got to do so. You can't just stop life, right? Eventually you got to start resuming, but just be careful. I'm so excited.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe we'll tack on Disney World with it too. It's the 50th anniversary, so.
Wow.
We'll see.
I want to travel, but I think in Asia here, we're still very, very strict. So Singapore hasn't opened up at all. Actually, no, maybe I shouldn't say that. They have opened up for 2 countries, Germany and Brunei, where we could travel to these countries without quarantine, but back and forth. But there's nothing to do in Brunei, I'm sorry. And Germany is I don't know. There are some people who have gone. They've gone to Germany, but it's still really, really strict. It's probably a plane a day. And yeah, we just can't. I can't even travel back to Malaysia without quarantine and such. So it's really good to hear people traveling. I'm like, I'm so jealous. I'm envious.
Yeah, if I had to quarantine, I definitely would not travel.
Yeah, it's really tough.
But the cruise is, do they have different, because it doesn't go through the US, right? I mean, are we not even still, are we allowed to go into the
You're
US?
allowed to fly through there, but you just can't go by car.
Oh, so it's just different loopholes, basically.
No, you've always been able to fly. But you don't, the only difference is you don't need to quarantine anymore.
I thought they were not open to Canadians yet.
No.
US?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Book your trip.
Okay. Also from Clara, what are you eyeing these days other than Chanel?
Oh, come on.
Hermes.
Everybody knows what what's next after Chanel. Do I even need to answer this question? Yes. Everybody is waiting for their Kelly bag. Everybody's waiting for their Birkin bag.
The wait is so long. I don't even understand.
Oh my god.
And yeah.
Which I don't think it's going to happen for me for a while. But
you just don't know. I mean, that makes me think if it's ever going to happen to me too.
Yours will be coming this year for sure, for sure.
Let's hope. Let's hope nothing bad, unexpected happens. Okay, from Lin Tran. Everyone is raving about the perfect mini in Caviar. It looks cute in all colors, but all I see is the creases near the turn lock in most of the bags I've seen. Seems like a defect for this bag. Oh, are you talking about the new Caviar one from this season, the one with the adjustable chain? I think that's what you mean, because once you set creases, I think that's that's the first thing that comes up in my mind, because I was like, oh yeah, I see a lot of creases on that one too. Whenever anyone posts theirs on Instagram or unboxes it, there's a little bit of the creasing right around where the turn lock is there, right? But then the flap, so right on the flap where the turn lock is, there's creases on either side or one side. Do you know which one I'm talking about? Do you guys know which one I'm talking about?
Is it the blue one with the adjustable strap?
The blue one. Do you guys know? That's the reason why I didn't pick that as part of the handbags that we would consider, even if money was no object. I just felt like, as per my commentary on my review, I just felt like it was, I mean, it's a cute seasonal bag. And if you don't have a Caviar mini, that's right, that one. And if you don't have a Caviar mini and you're really after one, I feel like go for it, because, I mean, you just don't know when Caviar minis are coming back. But I do agree that there are, maybe it's just the leather texture this year, the one on those Caviar, maybe it's just softer. Because, you know, Caviar doesn't mean, it just means that the pebbling, right, that looks like Caviar, every single season is different. And even between bags, they can be different. So just because it's Caviar doesn't mean that it's more durable and that it won't crease. It doesn't mean that at all.
Where's the crease? Where's the crease? Where would the crease be?
It?
No?
It's not on every bag, and maybe it depends on the
angle. I see it. Okay.
You see it? You see it? Yes, that's right. Right on the edge where the little turn lock starts.
Oh.
That's what I was trying to describe.
Yeah. That almost.
Oh my god! Yeah, look at that.
First defect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not every single bag, right? Obviously, but it's a lot of them, like a lot of the new ones. Okay, so what's your question again? Everyone's raving about it. It looks cute, blah, blah, blah.
She had
Yeah,
a
right.
follow-up.
So
She has a
I agree.
Yeah, she had a follow-up to
Mhm.
that point, Amy. So if you go one down from Lynn,
Okay.
the second part. Yeah. Wow, yeah, the crease is pretty bad, huh?
Do you think the perfect mini is just the heat of the moment and will be forgotten in 22C? I don't think it will be forgotten. Personally, I don't think. But okay, here's what I think. I think everyone's been asking about Caviar, and so they are sort of doing it, but in a seasonal manner and changing it a little bit because it is dimension-wise right in between. It's kind of right in between a square and a rectangle, classic. But they're trying to make it seasonal with the thinner chain, the adjustable chain, and in the seasonal colors. But it's Caviar, and it's reminiscent of a square mini, right? So it's going to attract that huge market of people who are still after their Caviar minis, because
Yeah.
they're either not going to be brave enough for the lambskin, which is totally understandable. Is it going to be forgotten? I don't think so. I feel like there's always going to be that market of people that wants to get Caviar, and regardless of, that crease is just, it's not desirable, but
This
how
reminds
should I
me
put it?
of my mini square when I had my blue mini square. Many years ago, 2016, or is it 16 or 17? The version that I had was, which actually I regret selling, but anyway, it was the softer Caviar. So when I look at this, I kind of think that it's probably the same. That over time, because it's that softer Caviar, you maybe initially you can see the crease, but I think once you start using it, it sort of just softens the rest of the bag.
No, but with the classic, the structure of the classic mini is harder. There's more cardboarding on the inside, maybe.
Yeah.
With
So
these ones, they are not like that. I feel like these ones, similar to the. So I'm gonna show the next question. So would you prefer the Pearl Crush flap? In my opinion, the Pearl Crush line is exactly, also not the Pearl Crush. You can sort of like squeeze the bottom of the bag. It's squishy. It's not a, the classic flap is, even the minis, they're very structured. It's kind of, if you knock on it, it has a cardboard in it. So that prevents it from the creasing a bit more. Whereas these ones, they're a little bit softer, just the structure itself. The Perfect Mini, which I didn't know that it's called Perfect Mini, but same with the Pearl Crush line as well. It's just a softer line. And I think it's not a design flaw per se, but they decided that that's something that they want to put out too. Like the Pearl Crush line is also seasonal. It only comes out every alternating season, and it is a softer. It's a softer. It's a softer product. I don't actually prefer it. Actually, what do you guys think?
Well, wouldn't it be similar to like a Chanel 19? It's just a soft. Would you find creases on that?
It's different because the Chanel 19, yes, there will be creases, but it's not the same type of crease. I feel like the 19, because it's the pillow design, I feel like the creases make sense. In fact, if you look at my bag, there's hardly any creases. I feel like even depending on the batch of leather, I feel like the goat skin gets more creases, and you can really see it more. On the lambskin, it puffs back out. I have the lambskin version, so every time I wear my Chanel 19, I still feel like it's brand new. And is it the same? Yeah, you could say. Yeah, you could say, because if you compare the 19 and the classic flap, right? The classic flap is like rock hard. If you knock on the bottom, it's like there's a cardboard in it. The 19, yeah, it's squishy. So you could sort of compare it that way. The Crush line, the Perfect Mini, they are kind of softer.
I prefer the Pearl Crush more so than the Perfect, because I just like the hardware better.
I agree. The hardware on the Pearl
The
Crush.
ball.
Yeah, I like the ball actually. I just me and my disco balls. I don't know. It just looks so nice.
I'm with you.
Okay, I've got a picture of my. I found a picture of it. I don't want to look at it anymore because it's giving me heartache.
Aw.
So my mini square, it's like squishy. It's okay. It's not focusing. Anyway,
Here, I'll
okay. So my mini square is sort of like squishier, but I cannot recall if at the bottom it had a cardboard. But you can see at the side, it's sort of like the current Pearl Crush. It's softer. It's more,
Pliable.
yeah, it's kind of like squishier. Unlike Amy's version, so Amy, you can come back. So Amy's version of the your mini square, which is really hard.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't grab the square, but they're basically essentially the same. It's very structured, right? You can totally see that there is some sort of cardboarding on the inside. So the Pearl Crush line is not like that. The Pearl Crush line is you can squeeze it. So what Civ was saying is it's I mean, I can't compare those two bags per se, but like it is more like, you could squeeze it. That's how the Pearl Crush line is. And I believe that's how the Perfect Mini line is as well. And that is the first time they came out with the Perfect Mini. I just learned that it's called the Perfect Mini. Personally, I don't think that it'll be forgotten in 22C. I personally just don't think that it will happen that way. Maybe over the years, who knows? Maybe there's gonna be more things as people review it more. We're gonna find out more flaws, or maybe it's gonna be the next it thing. Who knows? But yeah, I just feel like they don't want to do more of the square or even this size in Caviar. Like I just feel like they're not really doing the classic in Caviar anymore for a reason. They just don't want to do it. They just want to keep churning these other seasonal stuff. So that's why I said, in a way, if you are really after a Caviar and you just don't know, right? It's worth considering if you like it. Obviously, don't buy it if you don't like it, but it's still worth considering, because if you're a clumsy person, you're a clumsy person. No amount of being careful with lambskin is going to be helpful. That's how I think about it.
True.
Okay, Lynn, the Pearl Crush line is designed to be worn as a shoulder bag because you can shorten the chain, and it's supposed to be soft so it feels more comfortable under your armpit. Ah, okay.
Oh, but then if you shorten the chain too much, you have that long additional strap that's dangling, which I feel like it doesn't really make sense.
I agree. I wonder, Lynn, who told you that? Because I feel like a lot of people wear it crossbody. And I feel like I thought that they made it adjustable because there's a lot of shorter people that prefer even within the classic minis that they're too long, unless you get the square. But especially if you get it in the rectangle, like this one, it's too long for most people that are shorter and that are very petite. Because you can be tall, but if you're very petite and very skinny, you're not going to have that much, you don't have that much volume to take up the strap, right? So it's still going to fall pretty low on you. So I feel like they did that for that reason. I thought that's what they did. And which is why when I watch a lot of the Hong Kong YouTuber unboxings, they all love the Pearl Crush line because they're very skinny and they're very short, and they love the fact that they can adjust it. Plus the detail, like the little ball is very cute, right? And when you talk to when you watch, I don't know if you guys notice it, but when you watch those type of YouTube videos, they're less worried about wear and tear. They buy it because they love it. So they don't care that it's lambskin, that it's pink, that it's white. They buy it because it looks pleasing to them. And they're going to get wear and tear. They even talk about the fact that, oh, it's already dirty and it's only be two months or whatnot. But they buy based on what they love, which they talk less about wear and tear. They do, but they talk less about it. And they are okay with the wear and tear. So I feel like that's why they came out with that line in a sense, because it's a different market too, right? There's this whole market of people who just wants to buy it because of the novelty aspect of that Pearl Crush, which is no longer novelty anymore because they keep coming back out, which proves that it's successful. I don't know. What do you guys think?
That is one bag I would consider. I think I mentioned to you before in one of our chats that the Pearl Crush would be a bag that I would buy. And for that reason that it's adjustable. Yes, like I'm 5'3", 5'4", and I do find my mini is a tad long for me. I wear it crossbody, but for the mini, I tend to wear it more so during the summertime where I'm wearing less clothes. And yeah, it is long. So it's a nice feature to have that when you can adjust it. So yeah.
I thought it was genius actually when they came up with the little ball, especially for the rectangular mini, because for the longest time I didn't buy the rectangular mini because rectangular mini because the strap was too long. So when they came out with the Pearl Crush, I thought it was genius. I said, yes, finally you can shorten the strap and make it adjustable for your own height. But I don't know why they did it for the square mini, because the square mini is actually a shorter chain. So that's the only one I didn't realize. But for the rectangular mini, I thought it was genius.
I think it's just a whole line. Because the Pearl Crush now also exists for the micro bags. Pretty sure. Or maybe it's not the same. No, I'm pretty sure. And it also exists in the vanity. And I feel like any brand would do it. Once they experiment with a certain design and it works, they're going to come back again and again and again and again, right? Just alternating seasons. So I feel like it's just been a very successful line that they've experimented with. And now it's kind of a, kind of permanent seasonal line in a way. Okay, so Lynn says, one of the essays told me that sometimes we don't use things the way they're designed. Yeah,
it's true.
Okay. TT, do you ladies look at watches too? What styles do you prefer? Lady size, oversize? You two are watch people.
Yes.
I don't have a watch, so I can't comment.
Look at watches to what style do you prefer, lady size or oversize? I like the oversize for myself.
I think I prefer oversize, but I have like the regular size as well. I think depending on what I'm wearing, on how I'm feeling that day. But I do like the oversize, and I have really small wrists. So oversize means it just covers my entire wrist. Looks a little ridiculous sometimes. It's like so big. But yeah, I like it. I like oversize, but I don't mind, occasionally the daintier watches, like my new Hermes watch, which is super dainty. To me, it's like a little jewelry piece.
I heard the smaller watches are coming back in style again now. They're trending back than the oversized. So I don't know. It might be ridiculous that I'm wearing a 40 millimeter watch when I'm 50 years old, right? But so far I like it, because my first Rolex I bought like a 31, but I was kind of like deciding if I wanted to go with a 34, but I did regret it because, over the years, I think 36 was the perfect size. So I have a 36, And I think that's kind of a good go between a smaller watch versus a larger watch. So that would be kind of like my middle ground I would go for. And that's another story. If you're into watches, it's like you have to play that game too, if you know what I mean.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well,
with Rolex. Yeah.
And some other brands, you have to beg. You have to, you have to beg. Waiting list. You have to have a purchase history.
Do you know in Singapore, there's one shop. It's called Hourglass, and I think they're a chain. I'm not sure if they have it in Canada, but they have quite a few, outlets in Singapore. I think in Malaysia as well. A friend of mine went into the store because it's really huge in Orchard, and you will walk in and you look at the display for Rolex. Like last time you could walk in, they've got so many watches for you to pick. All the date just. Now if you go in, it's wiped out. All you see is the casings. You see one watch hanging there, just one, in this whole large table of just that beige cushion with no watch.
Yes.
And that's how bad it is now. It's like, I don't know what are people buying, but you walk in, the guys are sitting there like, no, all out of stock.
Yeah, exactly. I was in Park Royal yesterday, and I walked past Lugaro, and they sell Rolexes. Same thing. I looked, it was completely empty. I took a double take. It's like, it's empty.
It's empty.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why are
Actually, my age journey is saying that if you go to Guam, it's easier to get a Rolex there.
Well, we won't be going to Guam anytime soon.
Anna,
it's going to hit us with the tax. I bought
yes, Canada is yeah.
I bought my
first. I complained about it a few times.
I bought my first watch at South Coast Plaza in California, Orange County, and the reason I bought it there is because they had, I don't know if they still had that program, but if you buy a Rolex there, and then you could trade up and get your full value if you double the value. I ended up not doing that, but it's nice that you have that. But I got hit hard paying for it when I crossed the border.
How much do they end up charging you? It's probably usually around 30, more like 30%, right?
Yeah. But at that time,
remember I told you many times during the live, every time you bring in anything over to Canada, you get tax duty and taxes, right? So taxes already in our province is 12%, and then duty is another 20%. So it's like 30. It's closer to 30%. It depends on the item, and it depends on how much and whatever. But for luxury, they're gonna go for it. They're gonna charge
for sure. Yeah. And I was okay with it because during that time our dollar was at par.
Oh, okay. Wow. But that's why I hardly, how should I say, in the past anyway, I have always felt like it weighs so heavy on my mind whenever I was in a destination where I knew that, if I bought luxury there, it's less expensive. For example, last time I went to Europe, but I still didn't buy that much, right? I bought just enough that it was just slightly over. So we had a threshold of 800. We still have a same threshold of 800. Anything, was it 700 before? I think it was 700 before. So anything under 700, they don't charge you. Anything over that, they charge you, right? But so I've only bought just over a little bit. And depending on the customs agent, they sometimes let you go. And if not, they'll charge you at least tax usually, and sometimes duty on top of that. But that's why I've never really bought anything too expensive. Like, forget Hermes bag, Rolex, all those things. I just didn't know what I would come back to in terms of tax bill, right? Customs.
If you go to Europe, I think it was still worth it because you get your VAT back, then you get charged your tax. When I came back from Paris, I spent so much money. The customs person's like, what? How much are you declaring? It was ridiculous.
Wow. I mean, I guess you know what? I think that's why sometimes when we buy from resellers, let's say, or what they'll say, oh, just the bag. So you have nothing. You've got no box. You've got no box, no paper bag, nothing. And I think that's probably one way people maybe they run tags.
Yeah,
So they
it's
just
true.
bring the
People
bag
do that.
back.
Yeah,
So they don't bother about the box. They just have the dust bag and they carry it. So
Yeah.
you don't pay that 30% and you'll be able to sell it. Or maybe those like resellers who ask tourists to help them buy, but they don't bring the box back. So it's sort of like their bag or their watch or something.
Except if you get caught.
Yeah.
Because they can still suspect you and they still can search you and then they'll ask for proof. And if you can't prove that it was not an old, that it belonged to you, that you didn't just buy it.
Yeah. They'll
And then you'll be
repossess it.
blacklisted for the rest of your life too. Every time you cross the border.
Yeah, they'll repossess it and you'll get blacklisted. And
so I've always preferred to declare, even if it's over. You gotta pay. You gotta pay. I guess before I was not into Hermes, and then the time that I went to Europe, that was just 2017, right? I remember that the Chanel prices were pretty much the same as here. I mean, there was maybe the tax difference. So I didn't feel like it was a lot of savings. And plus, anyway, I was sick as a dog when I was in Europe anyway. So I didn't even end up enjoying it that much. I mean, I enjoyed it because it was an experience, but like I didn't end up shopping that much basically. And so if I could redo it, yeah, I would try harder to to go to Hermes. That's what I would try. Anna is saying went to authorized Rolex dealer in Ginza 2019 and the store was empty as well.
Yeah, it's really bad. I mean, like a few years ago, 5-6 years ago, when I went to their boutique in Singapore with my boss, and she wanted a Rolex. And we walked in and there was just like this whole table full of Rolexes, any kind of date just, you're just looking at it. But now you go in, it's shocking that there's nothing. You see one sad little Rolex there, some odd color, really ugly one at the corner, and the guy's like, we only have this. Where's everything? And it's because of, I guess, COVID. They don't get the stocks in. Another reason, shortage of production. And also people are just buying because of the game as well. And since they're not traveling, they might as well try. Yeah. And then also, a lot of them are selling. So the dealers, a lot of them are selling to online resellers.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so you in store, they have already sold their stock to not the everyday people, but actually the people that are selling online. So if you go online like Chrono24 or something like that, there are tons of Rolexes. Where are they getting their stock? They are actually getting their stock from dealers as well. So not Rolex directly, they're getting it from the store. So we see nothing. So apparently the online e-commerce luxury watch business is booming because it's just worldwide. So, oh my gosh, on top of on top of fighting with the regular people, you got to fight with the online sellers. It's crazy.
Yeah, I guess I won't be getting a Rolex anytime soon. But I wanted to show this comment because I didn't own an Apple Watch and I decided I want to get an Apple Watch for Series 7. So my husband has been telling me to try his first. So I've been wearing his, but you know, his is 44 millimeter. It's pretty big. I actually have, you know, the size has, I've gotten used to it. I think the only challenge is because of our tiny wrists is that the straps won't be small enough for the large size. So we probably still can't get the large size anyway.
You have to get an Hermes band.
Get the Hermes double tour.
Yeah.
But they don't make it they don't make the thin one for the large size because they only make the thin one, which is only the thin one is small enough for our size wrist for the smaller watch. They don't make it for the larger watch.
The thinner band or
the thinner band, because I don't like the thick band even if it's double tore. Like that one, double tore, I think it would look kind of weird. Anyway, something I wanted to add. I was like, excited. I actually really like. I mean, his is only a series 4, and I'm already so enjoying it. Like, where I have been, I didn't own an Apple Watch all this time.
I'm getting it.
That's one I don't own either, but I can't because I can't see it. Can't read what's on it.
Oh
no! There's no point.
No, but apparently Series 7 has addressed that issue. So the words are apparently bigger. Everything is like
the size,
they have adjusted the size. Even the watch casing is slightly bigger, and they use the more real estate. Yeah, something like that. I don't know how true that is, but I don't. Anyway, I'm getting it.
I was actually considering getting it. You know why? Because you can get Mickey Mouse on it. With the hands.
Yes.
You know, I wanted to get the Hermes version. I've been like looking at the website too, and the only issue is that I'm with a cell phone carrier here in Canada that doesn't do the Apple Watch cellular service. Like they don't offer it, so I'm like, okay.
Well, you don't have to do the cellular service.
Sorry?
You don't have to do the cell service with your watch. You can just do the Bluetooth.
I know, but the Apple Watch that Hermes sells comes with that capability, and it's like wasting that capability.
So you might as well use it. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I think we're almost at the 2-hour mark, so we'll take a couple more questions from Lynn. Do you own any mini O pouch? What do you think of it? I have 3. Love that they're flat but hold so much. They fit in every bag. So convenient. I don't own one, but I remember it was very roomy. I think a lot of people own it, like the O case, right? I think that's the one that you're talking about, the O case. Do you guys have it?
Nope. And I don't know what to do with it. Didn't Amy have that, or is she collecting?
Oh, Amy has, Amy Jo. She has all kinds of pouches. She's only buying pouches and SLGs. Every single season. She has a really nice collection, but she's collecting. I don't think she's using them very much. I actually bought it once, and I also didn't know what to do with it because I'm so simple.
Exactly.
I just want 4 cards, and I use my card holder all the time. I have 4 cards, and rarely do I even have cash. And if I do, it's like one $20 bill or a $5 bill. That's all I take with me, which is why I actually prefer micro bags, because not only can you fit that, 4 cards and some money, but you can fit your key, your sanitizer. Still talking about micro bags.
Yeah.
I don't know. I used to have one. I bought it. I bought it because everyone said it's amazing. But again, like I guess like for you, Civ and Amy, I ended up not using it because it was too flat. And if I wanted to use it for as a card holder, I could just use a card holder. But if I wanted to put things like my lipstick and all, it became bulky.
Yeah.
So I just, for me personally, I couldn't find a use for it being so flat. Yeah. So I thought it was useful, but for me, it ended up not being useful. So I guess, like Lynn, you have 3. Is it because it's flat that I don't know that you find it useful? Like you don't put like things like say my eye drops, right? It's so thick. It's like
no, I think it'll fit the eye drop. I think
it fits, but it'll just be bulky.
Yeah.
Then I just rather just dump my eye drops inside the bag.
Your bag.
I mean,
yeah.
So.
I feel like for me, it's also the zipper. Okay, my issue with the fact that if I use the O case as my wallet, which would have my 4 cards and a $1 bill, what else am I going to put in it? If I put my lip balm, then every time I reach into my bag, I have to open the O case before I can reach the lip balm, and then close the O case and then put it in bag. Instead of just grabbing the lip balm from my bag and using it. Like, that's when I figured that I'm like, no, it's not working for me. What am I going to use it for other than an actual wallet, which I prefer to just slide it out of my card holder, because I have 4 cards. That's all I need all the time. So I think a lot of people, they like to put other small things. Maybe they don't reach for it often, so that might work. For me, when I have that big space, even though it's flat, right, you still have a lot of space. You can fit so much things in it. And then for me, if I end up having to reach for those things inside, I find it annoying that I have to go inside my bag and then inside the O case and then use it and then close it back. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know. I think it either works for you or it doesn't work for you.
Clara says she uses it for cash. I don't even really carry cash anymore, so don't really need it. And I want to buy stuff for function, not for collecting. So, but if I did need to collect something, I know the 2 items I want.
What is it?
I would buy the Chanel surfboard. RJ's listening, right? I was thinking that at one time, a couple of years ago. And the other thing I like, but it would just sit in my closet, is, remember a couple of years ago, is it fall? The rocket ship bag?
Oh my gosh! I love that. It's called a miniature, is it?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Jamie Chua, the Hermes queen in Singapore, the socialite, she has that rocket ship. I love that rocket ship.
Yeah, so I don't know if I would ever use it, but I just buy it just to put in my closet.
If you have it, you have to use it. Well, not every day.
I would just
use it when you go to the event, like Chanel event.
Oh yeah, that's true. Actually, I haven't gone to one for a long time. I don't know if they've been having any.
Oh my gosh! It's selling for how much is it? It's like $40,000. Wait, I saw it on resale. I think it was like $40,000. I was like, okay. But wow, that's a nice one.
All I want is a Birkin and a mini Kelly, and I'm happy. Anyway, so we are pretty much at our 2-hour mark. Thank you all so much for joining us today. Again, if you missed the beginning part of the show, I shared the calendar so you can see our upcoming guests. So thank you so much to Civ again for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
2 hours. Oh my goodness.
It's been fun.
You have to come back. Oh my gosh. It'll be so fun. We'll do another topic.
Sounds good.
Like your top whatever items. I don't know. We'll talk about it. Okay, so remember, tomorrow is Members Live on Kat's channel, as well as next Friday is special timing with Karis on my channel, and it's gonna be super fun. So just make sure that you're subscribed, and if you want to become a member, we welcome you. And yeah, make sure that you pay attention to the special timing for next week. All right, thank you guys. Talk to you guys
very
soon tomorrow, actually.
See you tomorrow.